We're live. We can let some
Hi.
people in.
We have people coming in.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome. It's real. Welcome to another episode. I think I like this idea of doing these live and then they disappear afterwards. No chance that this is it or nothing. That way we can really fuck around, you know?
Yeah, that way this fucking thing, man. I'm so sick of it. I can't tell you how much research and videos I watched on this shit, and
it just fucking does whatever it wants.
You do a normal move and it's like zzz. What the fuck? It's like I'm like Jim from The Office.
It feels pervy for some reason.
It is. It's like zooming in, like when I'm like,
yeah. It's like when you go like this, it's like zooms in, and then it films you while you're sleeping. Yeah, it's weird.
Like that's why we're deleting these. Oh, yeah. There's Johnny. Hey. Oh, you can't see the comments, can you?
Oh, what up?
Hey, Johnny. Him and his wife are the gold members in episode.
Yeah.
Johnny might not know this.
Johnny,
maybe
buddy, you're in an episode, buddy, coming up. That's all we can say. Keep an eye out. And you have one of my favorite lines of the whole show so far. Very quietly and very subtly, you just go, see, it's not so hard. It's not so easy to be a man. That's all I'm saying. What up?
What's up?
It's like the BK crew. BK crew. Good thing that's what I brought to drink. We're like, I mean, you know, what up, Timmy? Timmy. Is that still a thing, or is that gone from that show?
Like from South Park?
Yeah.
I honestly haven't watched it in years. It's probably still great though.
Yeah. It's incredible how long they've done that show for.
I mean, it's like, how long has South Park? Damn, I don't know.
20 years, 25 years, 30 years.
They're in. Let me ask. Hey Siri, how many seasons are there of South Park? 26. I think they're on season 27. What's up, David?
How are you? What up,
Anthony?
We're back. I know we don't do. We missed you too. I feel like we don't do these enough. Last week was fun because we were on Mash and Drum for a little while. We popped up there, and tomorrow we're popping up on ADHD, Whiskey's Madness. Is that what it is?
Madness. You're mixing them up with Jason's
Blendageddon, right. But we're kind of like, it's like being a gentleman farmer. We're not really in the competition. We just get to kind of like go on, and I don't really know. I haven't gotten my blinds yet. So, but I don't know about you guys out there in the world. I don't know that I'm a great blind taster in terms of like being able to identify like, oh, this is Old Forester or Jack Daniels. I mean, I don't know. I probably could. I don't do it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'd actually like to do it more.
Yeah, no, I'm really super excited about it.
That'll be fun. Whatever Matt has up his sleeve and whatever whiskeys he picked. I mean, he's got access. Like he has way more variety.
I'm gonna wash this. I'll be back.
What's up, buddy? How you doing, man? How's it going? I've been wanting tamales lately because of that. You're washing your glass, but you don't need to. The whiskey, because the whiskey comes in a glass.
Well, I know, but there's stuff. There was just stuff in there. I wasn't so sure
about glass. The glass that the whiskey's already in.
Oh yeah, you mean like I could nip rip?
Yeah, David. Do you do them? Do you create them for yourselves, or have someone make them for you? Like that's sort of my. I guess when we're all together, we don't. Well, Timmy makes blinds for us. Timmy does.
Yeah.
Timmy's our.
But we usually. Do we guess like with Timmy that one time we did the big
We're not guessing. I think that would be fun. All we did was
we sort of we were rating them.
Yeah, we're just writing notes and
Yeah.
we're rating them what we like the most to the least. I think it would be fun next time. Oh yeah, that I forgot. Yeah,
I have
the Aloha.
It's funny. I didn't even think about that. I've got the Ohana. I don't actually have to. I'm gonna have to get the Aloha. It was damn good.
It was really good.
Johnny, you don't understand. I've been editing. Like I edited that episode, so like I've been looking at your face for the last few weeks. And that's a good thing or a bad thing depending on who you ask. But so that's like it's like firm in my head. It's such a funny episode. It's great. Yeah, I don't want to go too much into it, but like just because I want people to watch it. But that's what four episodes from now, or
well,
3 episodes a week.
I'm trying to remember what episode is that? What's the
it is the Matt Bunch episode.
Oh, okay. So that'll be episode 5.
5. Yeah. So it is. We're episode 2 of this run is going out tomorrow. So, which is exciting. It's also, it's the Matt episode, ADHD Matt episode. So it's very nice that we're going to be on his show as well.
Hey, Summer, how are you?
What up, Summer? How you doing? Yeah, so your episode, Johnny's like episode 5, so in a couple weeks, basically. Right after the week after 4th of July. And it's good, it's solid. Am I right about that, Alec? You made a face.
Oh no, I'm trying to find the videos I just
Are we at a place where we want to show some teasers?
In a second.
Okay.
I think we're on at 9, David. David's asking what time I'll show you.
Oh, great question. I don't actually know. He just like what Matt does is he hides a camera somewhere in your house and he doesn't tell you where it's at, and then he activates it at his will. And so there's a chance that he's watching us right now. And he'll know, like you guys will now know that I'm not wearing pants.
That you're just suit on top.
I'm just suit on top, baby. All right. Well, in honor of Matt, I'm going to drink some of this Ohana Batch 108. It's a great one. If you don't have this, it's Barrel King. It's 11% Indiana High Rye Distilled 2013, 25% Indiana High Rye Distilled 2015, 53% Indiana Low Rye Distilled 2017, Lawrenceburg, Kentucky Distilled 2017.
I sent it to my iMac. So how many? Oh, that's from.
And those dates are significant to Matt's family, which is cool. Matt is always watching. He's always watching, waiting. You know, Matt's been telling this story about us multiple times now. And we'll have to address it on his program, but I think that there's some missing facts is all I'm saying. That we need to and no pun intended, clear the air.
Clearing the air with ADHD whiskey.
I'm trying that joke out now because I'm definitely saying it again tomorrow.
I think it's good. I think it's worth saying.
Okay, good. Is that like one of the cues to zoom in is like you do a mustache?
Why did it zoom in?
It did, just a little bit. It just does like little. That's what's annoying about it is it doesn't ever like big zoom or full zoom.
It's like reading my.
Yeah.
No one wants to see that. Yeah, I need a text, Max. I actually don't know what we're doing. Uh-oh.
What? We got trouble coming in? Oh, no, Joe Unfiltered.
Mr. Joe.
Uh-oh.
Crashing out.
Oh, good. Get on.
Get in here.
Get in here, man. I'm glad your parole officer let you out early.
Are you doing a live, Joe? We jumping in on your live time?
Is he doing live right now? We didn't mean to jump on your live, Joe. You tell me. I don't know. Thirsty Thursdays? I thought he was a Monday, Friday kind of guy.
You never know what's gonna jump out, you know?
What was I gonna say? I like Joe's most recent video where he's out in the country facing the mountains. Drinking
Gorgeous.
Penelope. I like how that like the I was like the content. I know everyone's comfortable with content. I don't like saying the word content because it feels to me like it makes it feel disposable. But I like what Joe. I like this idea that half the stuff is like mixing gross shit, ketchup and mustard, and like whiskey with stag with all the fixings or whatever, and then like a beautiful shot of a guy just like thoughtfully like staring out a mountain. Like I like the highbrow lowbrowness of the Joe Unfiltered aesthetic and channel. And I can't wait till you're on a Whiskeyland episode. That's gonna be fun.
That I was actually thinking about the other day, like that. That's gonna happen inevitably.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
I
really
agree.
fun and cool.
I
I'm
agree.
excited to see what that's like.
Oh, nice. So what's the scoop with that, David? So you did your first JD barrel pick. Are you gonna sell it, or is it like it's just available at that liquor store? And will you get a bottle? Like, how does that work? And is it just regular JD? I want to know some details. I was actually at the liquor store earlier. I picked up. I randomly got Rare Breed. I hadn't had Rare Breed in a while. I thought.
I haven't bought a bottle of that in a minute.
I know it was weird. I just was like, I don't know. I felt like I just really been craving wild turkey lately, and I think because of Barrel King, because they've got those turkey barrels that I always love. But
yeah, I love those. I think I wasn't expecting to love those as much as I did.
No, I think about them all the time, and so yeah. But I
that's that part of that journey too. Is just like you taste a bottle and you're like you make your decision on that whole brand for the rest of time.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Yeah, I don't really like Wild Turkey or like Rare Breed's great, but the regular stuff, and then
yeah,
you have it from the barrel and it just changes everything.
Yeah, I agree.
Like you really, and I understand, like it's not about being at high proof. I mean, it is, that's a part of it, but just being able to like have those experiences, and it's like just drinking from the source,
Yeah. Well, the point was that I went there and I was looking for. I've been craving Jack Daniel's single barrel proof, or whatever it is, and cask strength, or however they're calling it. And because I passed up on buying it the other day, and then I was like craving it. And I was like, but they didn't have it. They just had Gentleman Jack and regular JD, which would have been fine. But
you ever had Gentleman Jack?
me? Yeah, I guess. Hey, what up, Mama Spencer? It just came to my mind that your first name might just start with M, and that doesn't just stand for Mama.
It doesn't. I forget. It's off the top of my head, but it's not.
Because when I think of you, which happens often, I think
it's Mama Spencer.
I think Mama Spencer. Yeah.
Yep. What's up, Will?
Oh, that's sweet, David. That sounds awesome. What's up, Will?
I'm gonna see what David says. Oh, we became good friends with the owner of the liquor store, and he invited me to a pick. It's just a normal pick. They'll be sold at his store. Oh, you get a free bottle because you went. You're part of the pick team, I guess, right?
So, what's the scoop with the pick? Is it barrel proof? Is it proof down?
Dude, that's probably such a fun experience too.
Yeah,
we went to Jack. And
we had a great time.
I bet they pull out all the stops.
Yeah, they have that one barrel room that's just like the barrels are all empty.
Display barrel room.
The display room. It's where they film and stuff. Is that on right now, Sam? Oh, the Pacers are playing right now? I thought it was the 20th.
Oh, shit. We're competing with the NBA playoffs.
Oh, wow. Well, that's okay. Maybe this could turn into like me doing commentary on basketball which I've seen now 3 games of this season.
Oh, dude.
That's awesome, man. I want that bottle. 131
Well,
proof Jack.
it could be the final game.
Oh well, yeah. If Kansas City wins, so Kansas City, Oklahoma,
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City. Yeah. Well, what it seems to be. What I've gathered is that they win for most of the game, and then the Pacers come back in the second half, and then they still lose.
That
seems to be the narrative.
That's what happened in the last game.
But the first game, they came back and won, right, in the second half. Like, they always seem to like to have a better second half than a first half. That's all I know about it. That's the limit.
I mean, that's kind of, I feel like the whole NBA, not to, whatever, the whole NBA playoffs have been like, they've been blowouts, but it's a lot of back and forth. Like,
yeah,
these two teams can get hot and they'll like win the game by like 30, even though they're like pretty evenly matched. I thought these two teams were pretty evenly matched.
Well, I thought the idea was that the Pacers were like outpaced. That was kind of the idea. Oh, please. Thanks, David. Yeah, let me know. That'd be sweet. 131 proof Jack. That would be insane.
I
yeah.
On that, probably.
But I don't know. I don't know how these games are supposed to go. All I know is like I was looking at the scores and I realized like the Pacers one time their score, it was like, I forget what the final score was, like 103 or 111 or something. And that was like the losing score. It was like the loser got 111, and then the game before it, the winner, that was the high score, was like the same thing. So it was like one day the amount of points you scored makes you the winner, and the next day the amount of points you score makes you the loser.
Yeah.
I guess that's all games.
Well, yeah, no, but I see what you're saying. Like,
yeah, like you put that many points on the board, but someone just outpaced you. Yeah. But look, I don't know anything about any of this stuff. For whatever reason, I should know. Dad did nothing in our childhood but watch sports.
Yeah, it's funny too.
I never even heard his voice till I turned 18.
Golf was so boring.
Yeah.
Now I fucking love it. Like I need the people I know to be in like winning. But
Summer likes your shirt, Alec. It's my shirt. Thank you.
Because if they weren't on the show Full Swing, I probably don't know who they are. And so like if it's none of those guys, then I don't really care that much.
You need the narrative.
I need to know, who they are.
That's how I feel about whiskey now, though. I can't. It's hard. What's up, Travis?
It's similar. Yeah, if you know the story and you know the people.
Yeah, I can't go in. I was walking around Empire Wine in Albany, New York, and huge aisle of booze, and I was just so bored. I don't know why. I just didn't find anything. Like, for me, the bare minimum maybe is a store pick, because you have stuff like what we're just talking about with Jack Daniels, where it's like a special situation. So that's, to me, the bare minimum as far as like what I'll get excited about at a big store. Then I want like to really have, David, my collection is not that impressive, to be honest with you. So the way it has worked is that it's like split between my house and our studio that we have, that we work out of, or that I work out of. And but collectively at one time, that means approximately maybe like 10 bottles. There's some good ones, some that I've not opened or I'm waiting to open. Like I have an old Fitzgerald from the late 90s or whatever it is that I'm waiting to open. And then like I've got the old Granddad 16 year. And I have Angel's Envy, the very first bond that they did, Ball and Bond. that I haven't opened it just because I've had it, but I have one bottle that's never been opened that I keep at the studio just because they're literally the first run of it, and the sticker's kind of lopsided and stuff, and I just think it's cool. But we've done, there's a collection video where my collection was looking okay on on the channel, but Alex, I think you have a better collection at home.
Same with you. I don't know. I think I have like 40 bottles right now. I counted them the other day.
40?
Yeah, it's like 40. Well, I mean, people easily have 500.
We'll talk about. Let me show you a few of what I'll pull some stuff over from what I've got right now, just as like here at my house. So we got the Barrel King Ohana.
Yeah, that's mostly what I'm drinking these days.
Yeah,
I
was gonna say I'm waiting for more Barrel King to arrive. Got Berry Royale, which I love.
That one's so good. I was drinking that the other day.
It's like kissing a girl, man.
It is like
it's nice. I have, which everybody should have in their collection by now. If you don't truly love whiskey. This is our blend that we did with Mammoth that you can grab. What up, Joe Waters? Ahoy. So this is here. I've got a couple of bottles of this right now. And it's honestly, I know we blended it and I want you to buy it and stuff, but like it's legit good and my wife loves it, which makes me really happy. Okay, and then I just bought this today. Well, my phone died when I tried to buy Mammoth. That's fair. I mean, I'm sorry about your phone, but yes, thanks, Al. We're really proud of it. It was our first time, you know. We got this bad boy. I have I'm just reaching over the dregs of my Four Roses.
Damn, bro, you got that boy.
I had two of them, bro.
That's
that's like maybe the dark side of our collection is that we can't keep bottles in the house because I drink them or Sam drinks them. I really love this.
How many bottles would do you? Now you have guests over and all these things, so they go away. But I was thinking about this like as a like Barrel King member. And so, like how many bottles do you actually go through? Because I know some people they'll get backups of everything they get. But if you do the math, you know, you're looking at a certain amount of bottles every year.
Yeah.
How much do you like go through in a month?
What are you, my doctor?
No, not you personally. Just like that come in your house and.
I feel like what are you, the FBI?
Let's say, is it more or less than 2 is what I'm asking.
Yeah. So, well, more, definitely more. Sam's over there saying more. Yeah.
I'm not saying, is it
I would say
5 bottles?
5 or 6 bottles a month, maybe.
Okay. So that you wouldn't, because I'm thinking like, see, I don't know what I'm trying to say is,
with Barrel King, we'll get 2 a month. I'm getting about 2 a month. I'm for one, but I always want to buy the second one now. It's just like how it works, you know?
Yeah. And then you love it. And then you're like, oh, I got to get another one of that if it's available.
Well, no, I'm trying to not be super precious about, I had to think about this. That's sweet. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Yeah. No kidding.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I would do all the store picks. Yeah. I decided to not be too precious about Barrel King because I'm not like a collector in the sense that like I need to have backups and I need to have like every version of something and like I don't have necessarily that urge. But I think with the Barrel King stuff and specifically, it does lend itself to being like, oh my, there's a preciousness to it because like it's that month's thing and then it goes away. Yeah. You know, you can get some of the old ones, but like not like there are runs that are just they're very final in many ways, and it's kind of amazing because there's like at this point very legendary pours that even for for like not. I mean, the membership is good, but like I think when it doubles in the next year or triples or whatever it does, like there are going to be people who have had stuff that is like no one will ever have it again.
Well,
And
I think that's what happened with the early. You don't think of it because it's happening. What's present is what I understood it as. But like when what is this, an intervention? It's the opposite.
John.
Oh, where'd you go, Ryan?
There you go. I'm
Are you
here.
back?
I'm back. I disappeared.
You ready for a little kind of surprise you?
Yeah, sure.
Joe freaking Unfiltered.
I should have wore pants.
Yeah,
Dude,
there
no,
we
take
go.
the pants off, man. Take them off.
I'm like, man, damn. What up,
Can
dude?
you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh shit, you got the pappy, bro.
Nice.
I figured I'm gonna start off and flex on y'all real quick. We're gonna pull out the pappy.
Yeah, dang.
do it.
It's like, oh, all right. That's our great cousin or whatever. So whatever.
There he is.
Well,
There he is.
Twice removed.
Yeah. It's the 9th generation. Well, I don't know what generation. I don't know how far he is from us, but we're 9th generation with them. Sometimes I need to look deep in his eyes and just realize.
Dude, yeah, go ahead.
There he is.
Take a look at him.
Oh, hey,
There he is.
Papa. Hey, Papa.
So when y'all come out, I'm gonna make sure. I mean, we've already made a good dent a little bit. Me and my
Yeah.
pop shared it with
What
my
did,
neighbor for Father's Day.
How much did you pay for that?
$250.
$250?
Dang, that's not bad.
$250. Yep.
No, you're kidding me.
There's going to be a video coming out, but we went and did Argonaut down in Denver is like one of the biggest and oldest liquor stores.
Uh-huh.
And every Father's Day they do a whiskey wheel. It's all by chance. People line up. There's a couple people who lined up at like 10 o'clock the night before. We got there like 6 a.m.
Oh my God.
You spin the wheel and then there's one unicorn on the wheel. And I think we were about 100 people back. 2 people had spun unicorn. I was the third to spin.
Whoa.
And this is the last one last pappy in this caliber left.
Dang,
Nice
so you got it
work.
on, like, spin.
Yep. Yeah, dude. It was pure
That's
luck.
sweet.
Yeah, it's badass.
Are you loving it? You like it?
Oh, dude, it's good. It's really good. I've had it before.
Yeah.
Is it the best whiskey I've had? No, it's
No,
not.
of course.
No.
Yeah.
Have you guys had it before? You've had it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you guys had the episode.
Yeah. I feel like
we never had it. Oh yeah, I guess we had the one from the 60s.
Yeah. It was. I guess.
like,
I mean, that's more legendary. I think, in my opinion.
We had a dusty one, and then we've had it one time. Alec and I went to this great cocktail bar in Queens, and we got hammer timed. And this was where we couldn't afford, and we bought we used a credit card to buy like an ounce each of it. I think
like $75.
Yeah, it was like $75 a pop.
No, it was like $35 for an ounce pour, and we each got one or something. It was like $7.
And then what did we eat afterward? Oh, we had White Castle afterwards.
Oh, I love White Castle.
On the same night that we tried Pappy, we had White Castle.
Yeah, that's
so good.
That's what you have to do. When we were in Kentucky, my first time in Kentucky, we were out drinking after we did some of the picks, and all the guys were like, "We got to go to White Castle after," and I'm like, "Really? We got to do after all that drinking today?" Oh, dude, that took me out, man. I was on the bowl all night.
Oh yeah, dude, I passed out, and we didn't even just get White Castle; we had it delivered, and I passed out. I passed out, and I woke up with Alec handing me my order, and then I remember eating it and looking down, and all of this cheese just falling all over my clothes.
I forgot about that part.
Just disrespecting yourself. You're like, what am I doing?
It was what I would consider a low.
Yeah.
Kind of a high low.
So, you know what? The sick side of me, you were talking about mayo earlier.
Yes.
So no joke, this went through my head, and I was sitting there. I won the bottle, and my 2 buddies look at me. They're like, "You're not going to try to blend that with something as the fresh crack, are you?" And I sat there, and I was like, if it wasn't Father's Day, if that wasn't coming up tomorrow, you bet your ass I would. I totally was like, I was going to blend something foul with it.
Oh, God. That is
it just
still
so
could.
hard hard to drink, or is it just like mixed in, like all those crazy concoctions?
This last one, the fully dressed one, was awful. That was
I
probably
don't
the
know how you
worst.
did that.
Yeah, dude, it was awful. Like I almost puked. But that one, legit. Like I didn't want to put the footage in case some people have that, like when they see someone getting ready to puke. But there was a moment where I think in the like you see me kind of like, yeah, it was nasty. That was so gross.
I kind of want to see it.
Where did that concept come from?
So part of it was just like I got a bunch of buddies who, and even my dad was like, he said one night, he's like, you won't mix mayo with whiskey? I'm like, yes, I will. Like, I'll do it, So it's always just that my buddies are always messing with me and stuff. But there's a lot of like, I guess you could say like more like the snobs essentially, or like, no, you got to drink it this way. I like to like break those barriers down. Push the barriers, like drink it however the hell you want. Screw it,
Yeah. And pumpkin puree. That's actually a good idea, Al.
I like the seasonal aspect of it. You could do
the caviar idea was good too. I did a bump of caviar at a holiday party. Well, I didn't realize it was like someone brought a really nice caviar, and I was eating it like it was hummus. And then the person at the party was like, "Oh, let's put that out. Let's put that in the fridge for now."
Well, see, no rules. There's no rules on that stuff.
No rules at all.
Eat all the caviar. Eat all the caviar.
No.
The caviar. Man, I wish I had good lighting right now. You guys have nice lighting.
I got my light right here. I just poured up. This is the Woodford Double Oaked.
Oh, hell yeah!
This is a cooler bottle. My buddy, I know you guys appreciate that. My buddy and I split one because it's so expensive. So we each went in and spent $80, and then he gave me, this is an old WB Saffel bottle.
That's super cool.
The label,
I love that. I know. I was thinking about like if we ever did like an actual Whiskeyland bottle of some sort, I would want to have a handwritten label. The whole thing be handwritten.
Yeah,
like my messy dumb handwriting. Yeah. I think I saw a wine like that or something. I just thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Because even like I was gonna say the Pappy. The label now is maybe sounds a little sacrilegious, but I actually think the label's kind of cheesy. Like I like the picture of the guy, but I like look at the label and I'm like, I think it's it's a little cheesy.
Yeah, I don't know. You're not wrong. Look at that. Like I know it's classic, but
it's classic. And I actually really like the font and I like the picture. Like it's not really a knock. I think the color is very iconic. Now there's always things I really like about it too, but there's Pacers are scored or something.
Yeah, we were talking about that after we got the bottle. We were in line and we were sitting there and like you have the Van Winkle 13-year rye, Lot B. I think the coolest one is Old Rip. Old Rip with like the little old man. That's an old folklore tale or something.
Yeah,
that's the coolest one. The rest of them, they're all right.
So I live 5 minutes from the Rip Van Winkle Bridge, and it's the Catskill Mountains supposedly where Rip Van Winkle fell asleep and all this stuff. So,
oh man, yeah, I found one of the original Pappy decanters when we were out antiquing one day. And it's the little old man laying down up against a tree.
That's great.
Yeah, I did a short on it because it was so cool to see, and it was like $15 at an antique store. It wasn't filled, unfortunately, but yeah, it was cool.
I have a mission for you, and I will say very little about it other than if you're out antiquing, if you find an old Forester lamp kit, buy it.
Okay, I got you.
They are not labeled necessarily, but it's like they're old decanters that they offered like a lamp kit at some point for like 2 years in the 50s, and they exist. Like they definitely exist, but like there are people who are searching for them, and I would like to find one. I'm on a hunt for it. So just putting it on your radar.
I got you. All right, I'll keep an eye out. Yeah, we usually like at least once or twice a month we're out antiquing. So
nice,
going all over.
Yeah,
you have a lot in your house, like of antiques and stuff.
Yeah, we're very selective with what we pick up, but like for me, it's decanters. I like a lot of like old like magazines or like especially like Wild West, like old stuff like that.
Well, that's cool.
But man, we found some really cool things just at the antique stores, and usually it's like really cheap stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But like, I have an Old Forester sign over here. I have a Buffalo Trace sign, like all stuff that I found antiquing, like old barware, especially. It's right up my alley. Glasses, my parents have found antiques and stuff. Yeah, all that kind of stuff I love. So
That's
there's
super
something
cool.
about the history of whiskey. You guys know, like
Oh, yeah.
the family aspect, the people. That's why when I went to that graveyard in Kentucky, oh man, I was nerding the hell out. Like
Dude.
standing in front of William LaRue's Weller's grave, I'm like, yo, this is the guy right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, we went to Jack, his cemetery. Did we? I guess we added that in the episode. I don't remember, but it was sort of like
You guys
Just like
did.
quick,
I think
yeah,
I
it was like
remember
a quick
seeing that.
moment, but yeah, it
It
was
was
pretty weird and
so-
cool.
So incredibly hot that day.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, there's a great Colin Spolman who owns Kings County, who runs Kings County. They in one of his books,
His book.
going nuts over there. He wrote a book. Pacers must be doing very good. My wife's going absolutely nuts. She's also had a fair amount of tequila. So
Good. They're up. Good.
there we go. Oh wow, they're really doing it. There we go. What was I talking? Oh, Colin Spolman's book. He's got this like intro to, it's like Dead Distillers, I think is what the book's called.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Yep.
And that intro to his book is all about like walking through cemeteries in Kentucky and I think in Brooklyn. And I was like, that I for whatever reason I got obsessed with like that should be a movie. I don't know exactly, or I mean, it would be easily formatted as a TV show.
TV show.
About like how these distillers died in these crazy ways. But just
100%.
the reverence in which he talks about walking through the cemeteries, I was like, something about that particular chapter I found really like cinematic kind of.
That's I took that book and that's what I used as my guide. The map wasn't easy to follow, so I just did find a grave and I mapped all the points across. And but I took some of like the stories and stuff as like, but that's what inspired me. I was like, I gotta go check that out. No one else has like been out there and like has seen that. And it was cool. Like it was just a cool experience,
Yeah.
It's a beautiful cemetery, but it's huge.
Yeah. Well, I think that like, I mean, big old cemeteries don't have enough I feel like in Europe, they're like parks. People hang out and have picnic in them, and we don't really have that culture, but like they're great green spaces to hang out in, honestly.
Yeah.
Right.
They freak me out, man.
Yeah, you're freaked out by them. I went to go look at this big cemetery in Queens, and I was like walking around one day, and I was trying to find our name, and I found Bayless, and the man's first name was Seaman. So that happened.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh yeah.
How was it spelled?
It was spelled like seaman. He wasn't in the Navy.
and he had your last name. He's family.
Yeah, he was maybe.
Wait, his first name was Seaman?
Uncle Seaman. Uncle Seaman. His name was Seaman Bayless.
No.
Yes. Semen.
That's real, Alex.
I want to read this.
Take
Joe
that, man.
Waters.
Yeah.
Joe Waters with a wild chill. Do you know that dragonflies have all them legs yet can't actually walk? That is wild. I'm gonna go look at a few pictures. Love your content. Lives lives.
You need more cowbell.
He needs more cowbell. Agreed. That man some cowbell. The road to 1,000. All them legs.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna stick on that one. Yeah. All them legs.
All right. I need to see hot take from you guys. If you have the same hot take. Alec, were you going to say something though? Go ahead first.
No. Well, I have a question in a second, but I want to hear it. Go for it.
Okay. So I think I've said this a couple times before, but I want to see, do you guys think Elijah Craig picks are now, they flooded the market, right? Do you think they're overrated?
Yeah.
Or okay, go ahead, Al.
Well, maybe it's like when you have too much of a good thing, it becomes just sort of the standard raises. Yeah. Like I feel like in general, whiskey's really, really good across the board. It's probably better than it's ever been. That's why it reminded me of when you said, finding that old Pappy decanter. The juice that was in there probably wasn't that good.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was thin
and
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the stuff we had was like, it was cool drinking history, but that was not.
I
Great.
think Ryan, you were starting to say it. Like, I think there's, and Alec, I think there's so many now that I'm starting to wonder, like, if the variation of barrels, like, you could be seeing a lot of brothers, cousins of like barrels that are all in the same rick and stuff.
Right.
I'm just curious now. I'm like, it was so funny because when we were in Kentucky, like picking it, you guys know when you're there, that experience changes how you're like. I feel like it changes how you taste things for sure.
Yeah, nothing tastes as good as it does in a rick house. Yeah,
no, yeah. And then you get home and you're like, oh yeah, this is still really good, but like, I'm humbled now.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So I've been like, I have probably 8 or 9 picks, and I was sitting there thinking, I was like, we've talked about it before, but I'm like, I just don't know if the hype is, and they keep dropping all over Denver, everywhere you see them.
Yeah.
Like, you're always going to find them at stores.
I think that the experience, like if it causes more people to have the experience of going to a rick house and trying it, then I think that's fantastic. But I don't think like just going and picking up one from the store is that special, and maybe it's a little overrated.
Yeah.
But
it used to be.
You might
like when you got a monster pick of this, like
for sure. And I was gonna say, there's inevitably you're always rolling the dice. I was thinking about this with we're talking about Matt Bunch of Barrel King with the purple tops, with the Willet purple tops, because like a lot of them are great, some of them are not, and it's just like a gamble.
Right.
And so I mean, there's a good chance you're gonna get a gem, but maybe it's also just going to be mediocre.
Yeah. Bunch of mid. Yep.
But I actually almost bought today. I was going to buy the toasted barrel because I really love the toasted barrel, Elijah Craig toasted barrel. And, but I remembered that it makes my neck turn all red. And the only thing else that does that is wine that's had stuff added to it. And so I don't want to talk shit, but like, I do sometimes wonder what other magic is happening.
You're allergic
is it
to,
all?
to have Hill's yeast strain or something.
Maybe it's that, but I don't know. I don't recall that happening. Like,
is it all toasted? All toasted like whiskeys?
No,
just like
it could be. I guess I should do a flight, but I noticed it specifically with the toasted barrel where I was like, it was like the kind of red where I itched my neck a little bit. And I was like, oh, it's getting all blotchy. And that happens like when I have wine that has stuff in it. But maybe it is a yeast strain. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not trying to talk shit. I don't know.
It could be,
pour a little bit of this little sexy number.
Woo, Barrel King. Oh, don't make me get we get the Barrel King out too. Summer, this is the very own merch of Whiskeyland right here.
That's the OG.
The OG, right? And I think it's still available. But if you go to their store, you can buy this. I mean, it wasn't expensive, but yeah, I got mine. I got my regular Whiskeyland one, but yeah, this is my favorite.
Like our bottles and our merch, it'll only take you 8 months and 2 legs.
It did take a while. It did take a little while.
That's what I had to. Like I took the store out of like the YouTube channel description and stuff just because like I ordered like 3 times and it wasn't coming. So I'm looking for a different
another
vendor, I guess you'd call them, to work with to find someone better. Because it was like they were so backed up that they just like it was taking months.
I was watching Matt Madness last week, and that dude Greaser, I think he goes by.
Oh yeah,
who's hilarious. I honestly didn't know who this dude was, and I just thought he was really funny. But he was talking about how they ordered a bunch of shirts, and usually that just means you got a bunch of shirts in a box, whatever. And someone's like, "Oh, order 3X and I'll get one." And he's like, "Guys, we made whiskey shirts. We started at 1X or 2X." He just thought they have only like gigantic sizes. Now that's fair. He's like, we know. He's like when you're making shirts for whiskey companies, you buy 2 smalls, 3 mediums, and 400 2X. Look, that's fair. That's what I'd order.
Let me. What? I don't know if that store. Let me try to find it.
I missed the comment that just came up.
Oh, it was Travis says he lives near Greece.
Oh, nice. Do you know the Grease? He was fun. I don't know anything about this guy. I don't know. Is he a controversial character or they were ribbing on him hard, and he was taking it and amping it up. So
Yeah.
I think they just mess around.
yeah, and then I played around too, and it was actually funny because I made some joke about how he. It was like he was like the kind of guy that whatever, and I was like, yeah, he's the kind of guy who hooks up with their like middle school teacher and then like waits for her to get out of prison or something like that, and then he was like so seriously, he was like, no, man, that's my friend Nate.
That's my friend Nate.
Or something like that. It cracked me up. It was so funny.
All right, I'm going to compare this pick right here, which is one of my favorites, to C923. You guys tried this batch, right?
I don't think I have.
So, yeah. Yes, I have.
Wait,
yeah, I think I have the one I have.
Than I have.
Yeah. I know. I need to send y'all. I'm telling y'all, I want to send y'all a big sample package. Some of the guys in here know. I'll strip it out. I'll send it right where you need it to be. Yeah. Typically what I'll do for like probably 30 samples. And that'd be fun if we went through a live and tasted them all. Just saying.
Oh,
yeah, that'd be great. We should definitely do that. So okay, what are the let me wait for Midfield to get released. My friend today at dinner was talking about how she had a weird it reminded me that she was just like, I have my dentist was in love with me or something. And then I got real sad. Okay. Alessandra was talking about how her friend was saying about her, like our childhood dentist was in love with her, and then she's like, but like in a weird way.
Like, what do you mean?
Okay.
That's
I was
hilarious.
curious though, just go back a little bit to mixing funny shit like into whiskey. We used to do that as kids. Maybe it was like we saw it on Jackass or something, but like, and there's TikTok trends now where you just put random stuff in a blender and make your friends drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Succession has a whole scene where they did that.
Just wait.
Yeah. They do that in Succession. That's like near the finale.
And sneak peek just for y'all. I'm gonna make the hot dog straw, and I'm gonna sip the whiskey out of a hot dog straw. You're gonna watch it. I'm gonna do it nice and slow.
You're a bad man.
You're gonna drink the hot dog straw out of a glizzy.
I'm not watching unless you deep throat the hot dog.
Oh, Fear Factor milkshakes. That's right. That's what it is.
Is that what it was? Oh yeah.
So gross. If you go back and watch that show, it's so weird.
So it was Rogan you're talking about, like, right? Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan.
Wow, that man has touched the zeitgeist for quite a number of years now.
Yeah.
You know?
No, he has.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Half whole milk.
Suicide to the soda machine. Yep, totally. I love the suicide at like baseball games. Half whole milk and half cold Coca-Cola. That's interesting.
I feel like there's that other trend is like dirty sodas. Have you guys heard of that?
Oh yeah, where you put like the people are mixing up like the Jolly Ranchers and stuff, and like
like adding flavoring to.
But it doesn't have the bad stuff in it. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's weird.
I thought that's when you lick them from the. Okay, yeah, no, different. Dirty soda. Any bottles I'm looking forward to coming out this year. Well, I mean, 15 stars First West, like the proper one that they're gonna do. I'd be interested to try. I like 15 stars. It's a little pricey, but it helps when they send you one.
That makes it more affordable.
It makes it tastier too. It's a great question.
What about you, Joe?
I'll probably say it's already dropped, but Star Hill Farms from Maker's Mark.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
That is one that I'm actively trying to get my hands on. I've not tried it yet, but I heard people say it's incredible. I think Al, I don't know if Al's still in here. He got a bottle, and he's been raving about it. So that's on my list. That's probably my most sought after bottle.
I was gonna say the Wild Turkey 8-year. Also, I'm curious about.
That's just
I know it's gonna be a shelver, but I was just sort of I would like to give it a whirl.
Is that just in name? I don't really know the whole story there.
Well, the that they didn't. They took it. Oh, it used to be 8 years, and then they took it off, and then they put it back on. I think. Oh wow!
Okay, here we go, Al.
It's
Yeah, damn.
for like a wheat whiskey. Yeah, I mean, because there's not many, like if you think about like just true wheat whiskeys on the market, there's not a whole lot. Like MGP makes a like a 95 wheat, 5% malted barley. Don't quote me on that, but they make a wheat whiskey that's really good. They're like old Elcaz and stuff. And yeah, I mean, I love a good wheat whiskey, so I'm excited to see what it's like.
Is Old Elk still on your guys' radar? Like, I feel like they like fell off or something.
Are they distilling? Like
They
actually
got
distilling? Did they get? Oh, yeah, that's right. They did get purchased.
Yeah, I think it's a blend. I think they are distilling some of their own juice, but some of it's still sourced from MGP. And I think it's specific recipes. Don't quote me on that. Travis will probably know. I know Travis will definitely know that. But yeah. But I mean, what they source from MGP is really good. But I'll be curious to see if like the purchase now that they got picked up, if that's going to change anything.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, an infusion of money can sometimes be a great thing. You know, but also can be a sucky thing if they're trying to create continuity in a bad way.
Yeah, big time. The Wild Turkey 8, it's good. It's the nose is kind of funky. It smells like the color gray. I know that doesn't make any sense, but I don't know if you guys smell things and you're like, smell like purple.
Would you say like no, I totally get colors. Would that be like lead or something too, or like pencil? Or
maybe like pencil lead. You might be onto something there. Like the end of the pencil, like like maybe with some of the wood. It's got like it takes like the Wild Turkey funk to the max.
Yeah.
And it but the palate is so like you're not gonna know, like when you taste it, you're like tastes like a payday. It's like nougat, caramel, peanuts. It is really good. I mean, for under sub $50, it's a great bottle.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, I just haven't seen it yet. I've got my eyes on it. Yeah, that's one I would love to, you know, that and whatever 28-year-old whatever anyone else is going to put out. But
wait, Travis came through. We'll go back to that 12-year in a sec. Nothing whiskey related show at the distillery. It's all sourced from MGP. That's so weird.
So it's just a show. That makes sense. Yep.
Yeah, it makes sense. So I'm assuming they're distilling like gin and vodka there, though.
Probably, must be, huh?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I would say is that it makes sense that they would source some MGP because they have such a good lead in terms of like where the bottles are because of what's his name, the main
Greg Metz.
You know, that's what we've been talking about, right? It's like he knows where the bodies are buried.
Yeah, dude. Ryan just tried Eagle Rare 12. It's crazy. What's your review, Ryan? Hit us with it, dude.
Yeah.
It's so good. I'm so glad I got it for real, and they really sent it to me, and then I really got to drink it. It's bubble
I
gum.
know, man.
I
want to be on that freaking junket. Where
I sort of cracked up because it's like not only, and I'm not, once again, I don't mean to talk shit, but like it's like all of a sudden, like in the same 2 days. It's like all the same people doing all the same kind of reviews, and like some of them are eerily similar in terms of like conceptual ideas of like, and it's like, guys, come on, is this like? It just feels too like 2 + 2 = 5 to me. You know, I mean, it's a little like Big Brothery. I know it sounds crazy, but talk shit.
I mean, yeah, on one hand,
I get it. I mean, I'm not.
I mean, that's just like how it works.
If they had sent me a bottle, I would have been on there yesterday being like,
I guess that's the truth.
You know, juggling it and, you know, whatever.
And that's I think the hardest part with Buffalo Trace is I feel like, at least as you go through your whiskey journey, I'd be curious to see if you guys are in the same boat. Buffalo Trace was like when you first start, it's like Buffalo Trace. I'm all about it. I'm hunting Stag. I'm hunting Blanton's. I'm hunting all these bottles.
Yeah.
And then as your palate starts to evolve, then you get to try the Barrel Kings, right? You get to try some of these different wood finishing series and, you know, the Willets and all these different, and you're like, you know, and that's where I wonder. It's like, to your point though, Ryan, like, is Buffalo Trace that one dimensional now that everyone's going to taste, you know, caramel, cherry, and this, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. And maybe that's just because our palates have now evolved. But I don't know. Yeah, that's just one
Well,
thing I've observed.
it is. Yeah, I mean, it is a question of like how diverse is it on a spectrum of flavors.
Right.
Like general, like 90% of what's on the shelf. Like I would say, like comparatively to other, well, comparatively maybe to wine, maybe beer, but like it's a very thin gap or whatever. I don't think it's like a. Yeah, I don't know. And so I'm really trying to chase outside the boundaries as much as possible. For me personally, that's my interest. But yeah, so I mean, I mean, a great whiskey's a great whiskey, but
right.
Well, that's what I think. You, if it's the time and place, if you're still trying to like experiment and push your palate, then you want to like try things that taste different. But if you just like fall in love, if your personality type is like, let's do that over and over again until the wheels fall off, then that's your jam. That's your jam. Like,
right.
No, you know.
Joe, do you have central air in your house?
I do.
You look like a guy who's got central air.
Yeah. Looks like a central
air. Wait, do you not? You I know both you guys have HVAC. You have to.
No. I'm in my house was from the 1930s. So like we have vents that like shoot hot air up.
Yo, how are you living? What?
No, we have like we finally this year got nicer air conditioners for like our bedroom and our room where our rabbit lives. But there's just downstairs of our house we just have one overhead fan, and then we just suffer. You can there's like a right time of year where if you open the windows at the right time, it's a very grandfather thing where like open the windows and the airflow happens. And
well, that's I
don't
know. I don't remember. I don't know if my mom and dad are still in here, but I don't know if I remember growing up with AC. I don't think we had AC because I just open the windows up and have a fan on.
Yeah.
But like Colorado, being like a mile up, the sun is intense. Like we don't have the humidity, which is nice.
Yeah.
But that sun will cook. Like it's like turns into an oven in your house. It'll get so warm. Unless you're in the mountains where it's a little cooler.
Right.
But down in the Denver area, it'd be oven.
We got the humidity, so it's like swimming in the air. But as a kid, we definitely did not. We also didn't have. Our parents were it's actually kind of funny. They just like they had a nice big bedroom with air conditioning, and then the rest of us just like lived in our hot rooms. And there were like special days where we would go sleep in their room. We'd all just like pile up and sleep in the room with air conditioning. It was so like I was like, this is true luxury.
This is it.
And now I kind of like I'm like, you guys are rude.
Yeah. Like, what's up, Alec? You have air, right? You do. You have to have air.
No, so dude, I just have my little apartment. We put one AC unit in the bedroom, and it gets like enough until it gets too hot. Then we have to put a second unit in.
But you're on like the floor level, so Alec runs the risk of like, someone who's like, oh, I wonder if there's any crack cocaine in this window. Just
pop
like
that thing out.
popping. That happened to my friend. He lived in Brooklyn, and one night in the middle of the night, he woke up with a guy crawling over him. He came from the fire escape into his bed was up against the window, and the guy crawled up the fire escape and like was looking for drugs. And he told him, "This is the best part." He didn't call the police. He just went, "Dude, you got to get out of here."
That's crazy.
One friend who you would be like, you kind of understand why he would react that way, and why he was just like chill about it. He's just one of those dudes.
Well, I guess we do have air conditioning. It's just the window units, not.
You don't have HVAC. You don't have HVAC. Yeah. My studio, however, has HVAC, and I spend a lot of time there, so I can't complain.
When y'all come out, you can come hang out. We keep the house at like a nice 70, 72 degrees, You can drink all the whiskey. You're not going to feel hot and overwhelmed,
Yeah.
It's perfect cuddling weather.
We plan beautiful. we plan all of our vacations on who has air conditioning.
We've got the best AC.
You're like, oh man, I heard Joe's got air conditioning. Check the flights.
Yeah, booking flights to Colorado.
I know. I feel like I'm soft now because it's like if I go anywhere, I'm like, they got AC. Like,
yeah.
It's like traveling without like going with place doesn't have a bidet for a week.
Oh, it's horrible, man. My friend travels with a travel bidet.
Really?
Yeah, he's
How does
got a
that
travel bidet. I don't know how it works. It's basically a miniature squirt gun or
I
something.
was just wondering. Yeah.
Yeah, he just somehow he hooks it up, and wherever he is, he's so fresh and so clean.
I was just like imagining, like, hooking it up to like a sink faucet, and then just it's like a water gun, you know. And
yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day,
we got a hot take coming in from Mama Spencer here.
It's true. It is true.
The house too cold.
They come over in like winter weather. They're always like, and I'm like, what? It feels great.
I was just thinking 72 is a little on the warm side, Mama Spencer. I don't.
Well, yeah, our parents keep their houses so cold.
Oh yeah, no freezing.
Like, yeah,
really.
Yeah, they just like blast the AC.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess being out there, then you get that humidity.
Central. Yeah, it's Michigan summers can get kind of hot, but
I feel like AC feels different out there because of the humidity. It's like I do think that. Like I don't know. It feels mild to me. But the nice thing is, like, I can have the air on. I got my slider open. I got some fresh air coming in. So it's like a nice balance of, but all the, cool air sinks down here, and I can have the luxury of keeping my slider open and
living the life.
Living the life, baby.
Baby. What should I drink now? I'm gonna open up Rare Breed because I was talking about it and I haven't had it in a while.
Oh,
see if I still like it.
Before you sip that, I'm gonna pop this trailer up for tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
a little 30-second.
Do it.
That I got here
for Friday tomorrow's episode.
Yeah, it'll probably just start playing once I click the file. So
okay,
we'll just lean in. This is tomorrow. We have a whole episode about ADHD whiskey. Let's go.
Whiskey journey, thinking that anything was going to grow from it, but the best parts of everything have grown from it. It's so strange.
Whose name's that?
That's my name.
You never know like what's going to happen when you start something and like what it grows into. I feel like I'm not living in my body. I feel like I'm living like a different life. Like I don't deserve to be like doing what I'm doing, and it's a strange thing.
Back home. That felt great.
Hell yes.
America.
Love that. I can't wait to see that one. That first episode was amazing. You guys do such a good job. Like I fan out so much. I'm like, man, that's my guys right there. Look at that.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm particularly proud of this batch of episodes. I've loved what we've done up to this point. It's been a really fun, but like this feels like we're in a good groove. And like I think when we were working on it, like shooting it really felt like we were fully engaged with the process.
Yeah.
And have Alec knows there are days like when we're doing the other batches early on, it's just like I'm like, all right, something about it just didn't feel like this feels so locked in.
Yeah. You get that feel like it just feels right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like, I'm excited and they've been great. And it's been, I mean, obviously we've been preaching the Barrel King thing for a minute now.
Yep.
And that's just because it's just like, I don't know, the experience of being there and knowing their story and then like all the collaborators and stuff.
Yeah.
There really is a special little, like we've had a real chance to like go to all these distilleries and lots of great distilleries. That's not, I'm not on anybody. I've had a great time everywhere we've been, but it's just cool to like, I don't know.
We dug in. We spent some time.
Dug in. Yeah.
Yeah.
That felt cool.
Yeah.
And really a lot of access. Like there was never a time where it's like, oh, you can't film this.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, it lets you, like, I think like in what I think shined through was just like, because that's why I was curious on like what your guys' process was, in filming this and stuff. And like just the creativity and the element that you guys brought to it and telling the story and just tying it all back and like how you started it to it was great. Like, and that's where I was like, okay, I can't wait. Like, it just felt so raw and organic. It just felt good. You feel it through the screen.
It's cool. I'm so glad to hear that. And I really appreciate it. I feel like it's cool because we started this first episode was like from the last bit of shooting.
Yeah.
And then like, I mean, for most of it, the interview with Jared that we'll come back to is uniquely tied to another experience. But he like, we shot the stuff with Kalori that was like, and I was like, oh, I don't know why, but this is the first episode. Like, I'm certain of that. Like this, like, because it's like the thesis statement, kind of.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Let's lay out kind of this empire that they want to build, and like this is what it looks like, and then let's go back and talk about the people in the kingdom, you know. And then I sort of describe it as like each episode having kind of a mission.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what we're going for, I think. And they got to have like. And luckily, they're for better or worse, everyone cries in their interview. So like, they're all emotional in some way, but they're such various degrees of emotional.
Yeah, that last episode got me in my feels. Can't lie. I was
Good.
like, sitting there, like just like hit home,
Yeah.
Like that scene of like the meatballs, where you actually can see it. I'm like, man, like I can picture like just like growing up, being at my grandparents' house. And I was just like, man.
I think I said this story before, but I think it's so funny because he literally was like, I was telling him about how everyone cried, and he was like, yeah, it would take like a special thing. And I was like, dude, I figured it out an hour ago. And he like kind of smiled, and literally 15 minutes later, it was like, my grandma's meatballs. I was like, yeah, you're an Italian from New York. Like, I know to mention your grandma's meatballs.
I could. I'm like, they're so good too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, we've talked about that with there's this sort of debate on like what like the big bins that they store some of the Barrel King in, like how often you should clean stuff, or like beer's like super clean. But Jared feels really strongly about like their big bins, like
the metal totes. Is that
the totes that like he doesn't want to like clean them or over clean them because he sees them like pots like that you've cooked these great meals on, and he wants like that little leftover something magic in it.
Totally.
It's kind of like when you keep like a broth going or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's got that vibe, and I think that's cool. I just never even thought of that.
Yeah, that's amazing. The fish fry you guys had, incredible.
Oh yeah, dude,
so good. It's increasingly hard to eat in the South.
Oh, yeah.
for that long, but yeah, that was so good.
Some people are like, I don't eat vegetables, and they're not joking. Like, or not. They're not
really.
There's just no veggies, man. It's just like meat. Like, we just don't have it here.
You got rice, you got fish. That's all you need. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, it's the nice thing, and the fish was nice because it was like a kind of. I was like, all right, this is like fresh, even though it's like fried and it was delicious. What happened? I think what happens is that people were so kind to us that they're like, all right, we gotta like, let's do dinner. And we're like, great. Like, all right, we'll go get a steak. We're going to get a great steak. And then it's like, all right, I've had 4 steaks in a row. I'm never going to shit again.
Like, it's so good. And then it's like, oh, my stomach.
No. Yeah. But I'm glad you brought up the fish thing, because I feel like food is still like, this is very much a food show. Still, is our intention.
Yeah, I mean the people, the food. I mean, that's you tie in the drink as well. I mean, 100%, and that's what I love, Alec. I think when you were doing was it you, Alec, when you did the short where you paired it? Was it with the canned?
Tin fish.
So I bought some because of you, and I'm eventually going to do that too, because I was like, I want to pair.
I'm curious what you think. It was actually very interesting.
That's what you said, yeah.
Because I wouldn't think, but like, I kind of went off like the little things I could Google about wine too, because like I had some, I think the brand's Whiskey War, or I forget, maybe I forget what they were from, like Ohio or something, and they had like a Cabernet finished this and like a Pinot Noir and so I was like pairing it with wine finished whiskeys, because I was like, that don't people drink wine with fish? And so it kind of worked. I was like, oh, this is actually delicious, and kind of seeing a whiskey outside of where you think it would normally be was exciting.
Yeah, Yeah.
I saw. It reminds me of a funny story I read about this wine and food writer. Someone wrote him an email and said, "For his one could take a punch."
You know?
That reminds me of something else. But this food writer was somehow someone wrote him and was like, "Oh my god, I have fish, but I don't have the right wine. I only have Chardonnay or something. I forget what it was." But they were like, "What do I do?" The guy was like, "Well, you have two choices. You're either going to drink that wine or you're going to drink water."
Yeah, right.
And I kind of like that idea of
That's
like,
it.
what do you want to drink tonight? You know, it doesn't
Mhm.
perfect pairing doesn't have to happen.
Right.
That Joe Waters comment reminded me of our friend Zach, who we were talking about a rental he was thinking of. He said, "What did he say, Alec? That toilet's been eating
I
my
said,
shit."
is it because someone was like had to go take a shit, I guess, and like, is that safe to do it in there? Because they didn't want to clog the toilet because it was like on a set. And he said, that toilet's been happily eating my shit all week. Oh, that killed me.
It's so good, yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah.
happily.
Happily
He
eating my
assigned
shit.
an emotion to it. That's great.
Yeah. And then it was eating it.
Yeah.
That's so gross. Oh shit, Pinot Noir with. All right.
Oh yeah, I could get down with that.
Yeah,
Although-
I want to see some more food pairings in some of the shorts. Alec, I want you to bring it back. Run it
Yeah,
back.
that's a
You got
good
40
idea.
bottles? It's time. I'll do it
Yeah,
with you. Too.
true.
I got sardines. I got anchovies. I bought clams.
Oh,
Um,
did
I
you
got
get
some
any
like
like spicy clams or
I just got
or they have,
regular, like just
spicy
olive
oysters?
oil.
It's actually pretty good. I mean, I don't really know that much about the canned fish world, but
It's big. It's a big deal.
yeah,
It's a big deal.
There's the canned
it's
canned
really
fish. It's
like-
the year of the canned fish.
it's rich. You know, it's if you like caviar, it's probably you like that kind of stuff. I liked it. I actually was. It's one of those things where if I think about it too much, I can get freaked out. But
Yeah, right. And then what we'll do, Alec, is like we'll do the clams. You run it back again, and then take some of the juice and pour it up in your whiskey. Okay.
Ooh, that'd be good in a martini.
Come on. Yes. Come on.
Sounds good. What's the caviar, Alec, that we did the spot for?
this is a very important two-part.
Clams and Blanton.
Blantons. Clamptons.
Clamptons.
What was the what?
Is it Hey Caviar? Hey,
Yeah.
Yes, we shot this piece for someone for a brand called Hey Caviar. It was delicious caviar. That made me think of that. I would pair that with whiskey.
Yeah.
Caviar tastes like
Maybe they'll give us some.
I don't know if I've ever had caviar. I think about it.
Good, man. It seems like gross in theory, but it's very tasty.
I'd try it for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hadn't had it really until this last year, I think. Like
Yeah.
actively had
eating a booger. You've had caviar.
All right.
it. Yeah, there's a reason kids keep doing it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, same thing.
We're all like,
Society
we're
trying
all
to
too cool, but
Just society trying to keep boogers out of our mouth, man.
yeah.
Mhm.
This dude, I just want to say, this rare breed,
How is it?
delicious.
Was it
Absolutely.
good?
Oh, it's so good.
Never gets old,
116,
man.
116.8. Let Grandpa look at this. Yeah, 116.8.
It's
Oh,
always
unbelievable. Yeah, barrel proof. I love it.
I've had some batches of rare breed that have been just okay, you know?
Yeah,
Um,
I'm really digging it.
yeah, I feel like batch by batch, it just varies. But I mean, for value though, for what, 50, 60 bucks, best
Yeah.
value. I mean,
Yeah,
the
totally.
barrel proof and yeah, so
It-
good.
It's like not long on the palate, which is interesting, but that's kind of refreshing
Yeah.
in a way.
Well, I feel like it's like speaking of this, actually a perfect reminder of what you were doing the other day, Joe, with beer. Like sometimes, like really rich whiskey is like a craft beer. You really
Yeah.
enjoy it. It takes a lot. Like a higher proof whiskey is more calories if you're
Yeah.
looking at it that
Right.
way.
Yeah.
And like sometimes you just want that Coors Banquet, and that's Wild Turkey 101.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Like
You
you just want that classic. You don't want anything too crazy. Yeah, 100%. You're
just want
spot
it to
on.
taste good and consistent and just be a great solid. And it's
If
freaking
I'm-
banquet, baby.
If
It's
I'm having a beer, it's Miller High Life, baby.
Oh, Miller's great. That was my number 2.
Dude.
Yeah, that was my number 2.
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it.
Give me
Love a
Miller
High Life.
Coors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High
all
Life
day.
and banquet. Those little like
Um,
medicine bottle ones.
I
Who's that
never in
really
my life.
finding
I
that?
saw dudes who were my age now when I'm growing up being like, yeah, man, I don't want this craft shit. I want Miller. And I was
Uh-huh.
like, oh, whatever, you hillbilly.
Whatever.
And now I'm like, I want a Miller.
You're like, I don't want this
No,
crap.
they were right.
I
They were
feel like
right.
when you're younger, yeah, you want the crap beers. You're trying to like fit in stuff. And like,
Yeah.
what? Screw this stuff, man. Give me back to my.
I was like, nope.
Oh,
I
dude.
want piss water, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny. You go like from like what's the brand? I can't think of, like shitty vodkas and cheap alcohols and like
Mhm.
Mike's Hard Lemonades. Then you jump straight into like what is triple IPA beers that are like, like 20% beers, and then you go back, like you do that for a while, and then you're like, this hurts, and then you just start drinking. You're like, you know what?
Yeah.
A High Life.
Yeah. High
What'd you
life,
pour,
man.
Joe?
Okay. So this is just the nerd that we're going back to the people.
Yes.
This is actually a bottle from our very own Al Gordon, who's in here.
Nice.
He took the Buffalo Trace White Dog here, and he aged it in a barrel. So this is Colorado aged Buffalo Trace rye mash. This was in a used Art of the Spirits barrel.
Wow.
And he hooked me up with a 375 of it. So,
Dude,
yeah, look
I
at the
have-
color. I think this was like
I have
a year
been
and a half.
daydreaming about that idea for so long.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's amazing now.
that was White Dog.
This is White Dog. Yeah.
Damn,
So
this
Al
was a good
Gordon
color.
put this in. I think,
How
what
long?
size barrel was it?
And what was the age?
I think it was over a year. I think it was just over a year. He's still aging
Wow.
it. So he's still got isn't the color crazy?
That's insane.
Look at that.
Does it? I mean, I know like within a month the color color gets imparted onto it, but not like
that.
that.
Not that
That's
much.
rich.
No, yeah.
What do you think of it? Does it taste like a 2-year or 1 year? Or don't you know?
Go back out. I forgot I had it right here. I was like, oh, let me pull this back out.
That's great. I'm so glad someone did that.
Smells like peaches.
Mm.
Like almost like those little peach those little cups, like a fruit cup. It kind of smells like that.
yeah. Ooh, yum.
Oh, like fruit cocktail.
Like a fruit cocktail. That's what I was trying to
This
say.
is so good. I need to have some of those.
Oh yeah.
Did you
dude,
say
it
Art
just-
of the Spirits barrel?
Art of the Spirits. Yeah, Art of the Spirits. I sent your dad some samples. They are the brand that do they did this label here, which is like Prohibition.
Mhm.
Okay.
They did this, and they also do the I know I have one right behind me somewhere.
Alec, are they
Dang.
the ones?
But yeah, they have I don't know if I have one right behind me right here. But yeah, so they do the really cool labels like for military and dang it, I don't have one. But yeah, so it's one of their barrels.
They don't have one they're saying is Missouri, do they?
I have one. Yeah, they source from Missouri. They source from MGP. This is one of their labels right here.
So
Oh yes, yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, this one's sourced from Missouri.
What does it say the age is?
20 years old.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So if it's from
who
Missouri,
who in Missouri was making 20-year-old?
was
That's
making this
what-
20 years ago.
A lot of we were all talking about was is it Ben Holiday? Did they sit on old? Were they
No.
sitting on old?
They didn't
Or-
because they definitely didn't, because we spoke with them.
Yeah, there's no way.
They waited. They
I
waited.
don't know. Maybe I just don't know.
It's probably one of those situations where it's probably like a broker, like people who did the buff turkey, right? Probably you sit on those barrels, you buy them, you probably release some that are younger, and then here we go, Art of the Spirits. It was
But
like
Old McCormick is Ben Holiday, unless I'm wrong.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Well, McCormick there's a place called McCormick, and that is the people who own Ben Holiday.
Oh, but they were closed for a number of years.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a mystery.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a story that we've been considering exploring more. That's why I was curious.
That'd be a good one.
I just think it's like there's a mystery is afoot.
We got to Scooby do it.
Yeah, I want to Scooby do this, except I'm afraid of what happens when we rip the mask off. And he's like, "If you kids weren't playing around in my distillery."
Pre-Ben Holiday. Okay.
Yeah. It's just Jared. We open it up as Jared. We pull the mask off.
It's Jared.
That would be amazing.
He's everywhere.
Yeah, he's like, hey. No, sorry. How they doing? What's the score, Sam? Pacers game.
It's a blowout.
They're up by 25. God damn, yes.
Yes.
Or 20. They
Get OKC out of here.
Yeah.
It's crazy though. Like the games are so like lopsided every time.
Yeah. It's fun though. I felt like they were like
Game 7.
I don't know what the games are normally like, but when I was watching it before, I was like, okay, Oklahoma felt like everything was like really precise and and fast, and the Pacers were kind of like
Yeah.
and then they would somehow like be monsters. But I was like, these guys are nuts. It's like when they were like throwing the ball into the into the outfield. They're gonna what?
Oh, I do want to do that holiday tour.
Very excited. Holiday tour is amazing for the history. Yeah, I want to go back. They were really nice early on. We spoke with them. They let us use bottles for my film Midwinter, which was cool. It was just like part of the storyline where someone had a bottle of whiskey. And, thank you, Jason W. But yeah, we wanted to like do episodes with them, but it never quite got off the ground. I think what happened was like they were being courted around the same. I don't know, but I think they're being courted by Bourbon Lore, I guess. Mm-hmm. And so I'm guessing my guess would be that Bourbon Lore brought money to the table and we were asking for money. So, but we want to do something with them at some point for sure. Yeah. Hey, see you, David. Thanks, man.
Yeah,
good to hang.
Hey, David.
Tomorrow's episode is going to be great. We'll be curious what everybody thinks.
This will be showing the episode, and then we'll be hanging out with Matt. So,
Oh, I can't wait. That's going to be awesome.
We'll get a little.
I got to practice talking a lot slower. I wanted you guys.
Oh, all right. Let me. Do you guys? So when you go on to like, these their channels are like, I feel like they're legacy, right? They're like the legacy whiskey tube, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like Jason Massendrum, like Matt, like you just have like the Titans. Like back in like 2018 when I was first really into whiskey, I was watching all their reviews. I was like, oh man, do you guys get nervous going on with them, or you're like, hey, no, you're kind of like that.
No, I don't. Well, I didn't have the same experience. Like I don't think I like discovered them in the same way. So like they're just like YouTube guys to me, or like I don't know. And also I was a little nervous because when we met Matt when we were shooting with him for this episode, and like he's like one of the YouTubes I like, one of the channels I actually really can tolerate, kind of, because I was like, he's funny, he's like, it's different. It was like I felt like I don't know. The very first thing I saw was like how to hide whiskey from your wife or something, and it just like I thought it was really funny. So that part I was like looking forward to, but I didn't know what his deal was. And when we walked into, we got this Airbnb that we stayed at for like the whole time we were shooting. And he was staying there. He got there the night before and he snuck attack us. We walked into the door and he was hiding and he came out and did like a karate kick and chop. And he had never met us. Like he didn't know us at all. And that's how we started the relationship. So after that, I was like, okay, if you can sneak attack us, I'm on board with you.
We're cool with this, yeah.
Yeah. No, he's an easy hang. Like he's a real easy hang.
That's awesome.
Same with Clory, easy hang. Like they're fun to be
around. We met Jason obviously during filming, so it was a lot. There was a little bit of familiarity. I mean, I get nervous. I always get nervous because it's someone else's thing, and I get in my head. But after it starts and I answer like one question or say one thing, I feel way better after that, and it goes away, and then I'm comfortable. Yeah. But I'm an anxious person, so like I get nervous, but then it goes away. But yeah, I mean, it's like, we'll have some of the premieres get more viewers at one time, but we'll have like 15, 20, we got 16 hanging out right now. Like they have like 100, 200, 300, 500 people, something.
Right.
So like that freaks me out a little bit, just of the reach they have, and it's a different beast, but it doesn't really matter because like the number is gonna like you can't look at the number. It's best.
No.
It's sitting there, but
I don't even think twice. I mean, that doesn't. I don't know. It just isn't. Yeah. I'm seeing your
hanging out
faces or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Right. Yeah. You don't get nervous around me, Ryan?
Well, I get a little nervous around you, but just I don't want to walk around with a boner. That's all.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you first get on my laptop, my laptop just raises up.
All of a sudden.
I thought you were going to say when you first get on my lap. I was like, it's like, I get a little nervous when you do that. Yeah.
First.
No, I love talking to people.
But yeah, no, that'll be fun tomorrow. I mean, yeah, that's the only times we've really done it. So it's kind of
No, the lives are kind of a new thing in that way. I mean, I don't get nervous really like when we're shooting with people, just because even we've met like homie from Woodford Reserve, the OG guy, Chris. What's his last name? See?
He's one of the family members. Brown Foreman, was it him? No, different guy.
No, it's
he's
a master skiller for a long time for Woodford and Old Forester.
Why am I forgetting this man's name? But he's like a legend in the industry. Yeah. And even if like I feel kind of like outside the industry, Chris Morris, yeah. So I sort of feel like an outsider, kind of. I don't know, or whatever it is. So like I know he's like a legend, but I recognize his like status in that world, and like he's also like when he walks in the room, everybody's like he's the most kind of important person, or whatever. And he's nicer than you could possibly imagine. But it's like there is like an energy in the room that changes that I can like I feel. But it's cool because I think like I feel like that's the magic trick we've learned making stuff is that like it's like it shifts the power dynamic a little bit, and so like when we're there to film, like just I don't know, it creates like a framework for us to interact on a more kind of equal level or something.
Well, it's very much a collaboration with that person. The way we work, at least, it shouldn't feel like it's not standardized either. So it's not like come in and we have a sheet of paper and there's 3 producers. It's literally just Ryan and I. Yeah. And so it can feel intimate. So that's how we're able to even have some of these conversations, I think. Yeah,
that's what works because like can you hear Sam clapping?
I did, yeah.
30 points. 30 points.
She's going nuts. I didn't even know this part of her. What is that, Joe?
I'm gonna crack it. I'm gonna try to crack it. I'm gonna make. Oh, here it is. So, Will, who's in the chat, he hooked me up with this. This is Brother Justice.
I like that bottle.
Look at that thing.
That's wild. Cold
This
peated.
is an American single malt cold peated whiskey. It's the first time that peat's ever been cold peated. I don't know what that means, but
is that like coffee?
Oh, wait, here we go. You guys are gonna love this story. Yeah. So they're out of Minnesota. Okay, all right, here we go. Brother Justice was a Prohibition-era monk who showed Minnesota's bootlegging farmers the Benedictine way. He taught them to make whiskey with a respect for the craft, care for the land, and love for the people. His commitment to teaching the distilling arts lifted families out of poverty and made Minnesota whiskey world famous. Inspired by his example, we humbly bring you this product of our own belief, a liquid derived from an invention, hard work, and love. Cold peated, man. I don't know what the process doesn't say the process.
Yeah, that's like cold brew.
Yeah, probably.
Making monk. That's badass.
That is badass.
Will, thank you. Appreciate it.
Like the monks that make beer, right?
So cold.
Let's see if it's good.
Cold peated is, according to the AI overview on Google, is where peat, a type of soil made of decomposed plant matter, is used to impart flavor to whiskey without burning it. Instead of the traditional method of drying barley over a peat fire, which creates the smoky flavor. Cold peating involves extracting the essence of peat and infusing it into whiskey in a different way. So that is not an answer. A patent process to capture the essence of peat without burning it. Infusing them into the whiskey during a different stage of the process, resulting in a more delicate. We got to talk to the people, figure out how this works.
Yeah,
Look how light that is compared to what you got.
I know. Yeah, this has got a nice color. I'll take it. All
Do you
right.
have trouble opening bottles?
Dude,
are you a single malt fan? You like
I
single
love
malt?
single malts.
Yeah.
I love American single malts. Some Scotch and stuff I'm getting into, but I do like American single malts.
Hmm.
So, Will got this bottle, and I think he got it with his other pick with whiskey, and then he's like, I don't want it. It's cold peated. I don't want it. I was like, all right, I'll take it.
Good deal.
So shout out to dude. It straight up smells like the Nestle milk chocolate powder you put in your milk.
Whoa! Ooh, damn! I want
That's
that.
what it smells like.
Dude, that's my entire childhood right there.
That's all I'm smelling right now. It's just
Wow.
Nestle powder.
That's exciting.
Will, do you know what cold peated is? Just throwing
There's
that
no
out.
way we'll know good cold peat dog. There's no
So
way.
I don't want it. I don't want
He's
it.
like, I don't like the word cold.
Yeah. Get out of my face. Ooh, it smells funky.
He's acting like a guy that's got HVAC.
Mm-hmm. Joe can do a compliment. I saw actually my video tomorrow, Al. I have a short coming out. I struggled so hard trying to open the Penelope Havana bottle.
That
I
seems like
swear. Yeah, I just can't. I can't do it. Like, it's just, there's some perforation in wax comes after me every time. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. You get it? Like,
I'm with you.
It's wrong that they even brought this up.
these hands right here are strong. I promise. I'll show you, Ryan. These hands are strong, baby.
I got strong arms.
I got strong arms. These hands are tough.
That reminds me of there's a clip of it, but Jared's always like, he's always flirting, he's just like funny, and he's like, I don't know what it is about you, Ryan.
Dude,
I just want to get you. I want to mess with you. I'm like, doesn't bother me. You can do it all day long, baby.
Take me.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I was going through. So we're cutting one last episode that's actually in the middle. So it was going to be 6, and now it's 7, and it's sort of like 4 different days. And I was going through some of the footage, like we were sort of double shooting. So I was shooting other stuff, and Ryan was shooting. And there's just moments with Jared where he was, where you guys were joking with each other. Just like you said, I've never been called a treasure or something, because he was talking about Corey King being a treasure, a national treasure. And you're like, you never called me that before. He's like, you're my treasure, Ryan. You're my. There's so much like little banter between you two guys, like on like that. It's like finding, catching on the camera.
Yeah, that's great. It's just like me whispering, like, I want to kiss you.
And this is why we're gonna get, like, once we get together, it's gonna be epic.
It's blowing up, man. I know it. I can tell.
I feel like that episode's gonna open up on slow-mo, like grilling outside.
Nice.
And
when was the grilling outside? Oh, outside at the event.
No, with Joe's episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Unfiltered. We're gonna be.
You know what? And we're gonna have the pappy. Be pouring that up while we're grilling. Yeah.
That sounds so nice, man. We gotta make that happen. That's gonna be great.
I got a spicy question between you guys. Who's the better editor?
Oof. Alec I said him. Well, it's that's a spiritual question.
Yeah, spiritual
right?
question.
Would you say
I
so?
feel like I'm more technically proficient. I have more technical techniques. I have more techniques.
Well, I'm like we in a way we started editing around the same time, kind of. I was probably editing professionally before you were, but like the technology was available to you earlier than it was to me in some ways.
Yeah.
Like, early, I guess we with the 7-year age difference, but we're different storytellers, and our stories, like, what's up, Chase?
Chase.
So our storytelling methods have like combined, kind of, or like have become there's a real. But I'm like, I would say this if I were to really like, I think that like I'm a better shooter and Alec is a better editor, but we're both good at the other thing.
Yeah. Which that's a nice, having both of that, that's nice. Like compliments, how you guys are working.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
to make your episodes and get them all done in that amount of time, when you guys I said that, I was like, that's nuts. That's
insane.
crazy.
We're insane.
Yeah,
for
like
doing
you just have that. Yeah. That's awesome.
To be fair, like it is our job. So like we were able to like put a lot of time and effort into it. Like a lot of people have to do it as like side hustle or other things. Like this is like we were able to like we had the like ability to spend the time on it, to focus on it. And so that's the other thing about it that I feel is kind of different than some of the stuff that's out right now. Is like we spent, the build up for this was a few weeks or a month or whatever.
Yeah.
And then shooting it and then editing. We're talking about it all the time. Like the story stuff is like really like,
right.
It is talking about the broth or whatever, before, like it was all like a lot of stuff's going on. So, yeah, that's awesome. I think, the editing, I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night and be like, I don't know. Maybe I'm better at it.
You're going to get a text out. Hey, I thought.
No, Alec is the most like, he's a way more efficient editor than I am too. Yeah. Like if it was like, all right, we have a job that needs to get done fast. Like I would, for better or worse, I'd throw it at Alec because he's way more organized and he's way more like systematic in his approach. Yeah, and that's how he is as a person. That's how he is as probably a whiskey taster, everything. And I'm much more like when I will cut the beginning of something and the ending of something oftentimes, and then like try to like have them meet. Or like I will cut a visual cut first. So I'll think entirely about telling the story just through visuals and then go back and like fill in the gaps for information. Alec is way more information centric.
That's awesome.
What about you? Where did editing come for you?
There's no edit. Like my editing is all the most so I've got it to a point now where I have a light. My buddy Nate, he hooked me up. Like he was like, get this light. Microphones and stuff. Like if you watch some of my early videos, it was rough because I was trying to use like I used to work in like a marketing department, and I had a Canon. That's the Canon I'm using now. My Canon 5D. Mark IV, like, and I would use it then, and I put it away for like 5 years. I'd never used it. I was just like, I just never pulled it out. I was like, I'll take pictures and videos on my phone. And then I was sitting there and I was like, all right, I'll start filming. And then I just started tweaking, got some backlighting, getting my shots ready. It's a very janky setup, but it works. Like I can see myself back, but my editing, don't judge me. All right. I'm going to be very transparent with y'all.
Please.
Clip Champ.
What is Clip Champ?
You don't even know what it is. So Microsoft, it's a free software you can purchase. Okay. You pay $80. You get all of the audio you could ever imagine. You get like 100,000 assets. They give you all of like this B-roll footage and everything, and it's a very basic editor. It's like using iMovie essentially.
Cool.
Same kind of thing.
Oh wow.
So I've just got it to the point where I've like mastered the tool, and I can shoot my videos in 7 to 10 minutes. I can edit my videos in 15 minutes.
That's great.
So I'm like, as it's just efficient, it allows me to do it pretty quickly, and I can just keep knocking them out. Yeah. So I mean, for YouTube, Instagram, and like for it's like I'd love to get to your guys' level maybe one day. I love just the visual aesthetics and stuff, but for me, I'm like, it works for me. It doesn't take too much time because I got a full-time job too, but it's like it just doesn't take too much time out of my day to make content, which is nice.
Yeah. Are you scheduling a lot of your stuff?
No, I just kind of do it when I have like availability. So it's kind of like whenever I can, but I do have a giant list of ideas. like
Yeah.
over 200 different ideas.
Wow.
nice.
Because if I had more time, oh man, I have content scheduled all the way out until mid-June right now.
Okay,
have
so you
stuff
do have
like-
that schedule.
Yes.
That's what.
I do put out, like, right now I'm doing daily videos, but yeah, so I do have enough content where it's like for the next month you're going to see videos coming out every day, at least shorts.
Wow.
And then I'm going to drop long form. I like doing more of the long form though with people. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have as much fun doing, like, the beer one was fun, but it was by myself, and it's like I like doing more of the long form with the people and experiences, whether
Yeah.
it's having someone sit next to me here, going out and doing something like, you know, at a store, whatever it is, you know, that's more
Yeah.
fun to me.
I like the stuff you did. I said it earlier in the show, but like when even like out by the fence and you're drinking, it's like the pretty landscape stuff.
Oh, man.
And like
Yeah.
you've done other stuff like that with the hike. I think you did. Like
Mhm.
Where is that in
You're-
Colorado? Is that where you live?
This is all Colorado, man. Yeah.
crazy,
Dude, it's
man.
gorgeous.
That where I shot that shot, just the recent one that posted yesterday, is 15 minutes down the road for me.
Wow, that's
Damn.
crazy.
15 minutes. I have some coming out next week. We went up to Central City, Colorado, which is like, it was the richest square mile on earth back in the 1800s because they
Wow.
pulled out so much, like,
Gold.
all the mining, gold, silver. I think it's mostly silver.
Wow.
But we went up there because there was like, it was a huge booming like mine town with like 20 saloons. They had
Mm.
distillers. It was just like raw, like Wild West kind of town. So we went up there and we did a bunch of shooting. But the nice thing is I have my little DJI camera that I bring,
Mhm.
and like we can do all the family stuff, and I just shoot in between. So like as we're walking down the street, I pull the camera out. I'm getting some B-roll footage, like,
Yeah.
you know, and then we went to the cemetery. So we did some shots. We did like a little hike out there. So it's like we're incorporating it into like doing stuff with the family and just filming when so it's not even like really planned like that. I just take
Right.
out my little DJI and
I mean, a lot of
Shoot
our
that
stuff is the same way. With the we
Yeah.
keep a little FX3, like a DSLR camera around for like just grabbing stuff that because you want to work at the pace of your ideas, right? Or like at the pace of an experience. That's what we decided early on was like the episodes need to feel like the experience does to some
Yes.
extent. Have like the
Yeah.
spirit of the experience at the very least.
right.
And the only way to really do that, and we've done jobs where it's like lightning in a bottle. You're trying to catch lightning in a bottle, and it's always but the thing is, like, it's like a mix because you have to be able to like put the right chemicals in. You know, you have to kind of know what
Right.
or whatever the right ingredients. But like if you have a good eye and you develop your eye, like you
Yeah.
know you're doing like going out in the world and like looking for things. That's how it happens. I mean, I think that's where
Right.
the magic happens.
Yeah. And that's what I'm starting to notice is like it's organically. So it was so funny because my wife, total introvert, cringes on this stuff. So I like pull up my tripod, I put my DJI camera, and I'm like, I can't remember what I said, but like it's in the beginning of the video, but I'm like, we're in Central City, let's go, you know? So
Yeah.
I do that. In the background, you'll hear the video. She's like, oh.
I saw a funny video of a guy who's doing that to his wife, like at all these random places.
Oh yes, yeah,
That video was he's like at the nail salon. He's like, "What's up, gang?"
yeah. It's, you know,
Yeah,
there-
when we were in
Oh, sorry,
Kentucky,
go
and this guy we were with, Chris. I have a short video coming up, really short, but like he is so anti YouTube, any kind of social media, he hates it with a
Yeah.
passion. So like I gave him the hardest time. I'm like, welcome back to the channel. Today we're here, and I like grab his arm, like pull him in. He's like, oh my, he's like, get away from me.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
It's you know what I understand in a way because it's like it is hard for some people. Well, introverts and extroverts is one thing, but like it gets too philosophical, but it's like stepping into these characters kind of too of like what
right.
this is like I'm presenting myself and there's a
Interesting.
version of myself that I see and like that I want to be perceived as and all these things.
Yeah.
And that is like, you know, like I know, like I feel like I know when we're shooting our stuff, like to some extent, I know our character, you know, like I know
Right.
who we are as characters. And like it, and because and to some extent that's important because we want to be real as possible. I mean, this is real, but like also we want to bring a certain energy to the table or like, you know, you have to have a certain focus. You want to take the thing that's true about you and like focus it kind of.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. Yeah.
And not everyone's comfortable jumping into that, you know?
No, yeah. I mean, even for me, filming like in public and stuff, like doing things or like being out, like when I was in Kentucky and I was at Rabbit Hole, I'm like there by myself and I got my stupid little DJI camera, and this like entire tour group comes in to do a tasting, and I'm like reviewing the whiskeys live in there, and I'm like, it was like my first like public like all right guys, like I taste pears, and I'm like looking around like
Everyone's like, who's he talking to?
Yeah. But then like now it's getting easier, like, and that's where I'm like, you know what, like it's just a camera, like I just got to treat it like it's anyone else that I'm like here with, and just be authentic. I'm not trying to be anything that I'm not. Like this is what you see on the lives versus in real life is me, you know. If I wasn't doing this, I would, no joke, I will bring a bottle of whiskey out at that ranch down the road, and I will sit out there and just zone out and just like, this is the stuff that I just love to do, you know.
That's so cool.
Like, let me share it with the, you know, my friends and family, you know.
Well, that's what I was gonna say about that particular stuff, is that it feels like you're not far off from what we're trying to do, or like what we're doing too. Like it's not, that seems to be in that same vein, you know.
Well,
the shots are there. The like, you know, I was even thinking, I think I saw I think you were at Heaven Hill, and you like set the camera up high or something.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn it, he's getting good at this.
I won't be. It's just little.
I'm
like
inherently competitive, you know, and I was just like, fuck.
He's doing it.
That's a cool shot.
I was like, that's a cool shot. Shit.
Like, come on, man. No, but it's just it's those things. But that's where like I told you guys, like the inspiration, like watching some of your guys' stuff, and I was like, man, this is cool. Like this is what it's all about right here. I love it.
We're trying to do something different.
There's a creator I really like. He's really big. His name's Ryan Trahan. I don't know if you watched the Penny series, or he's doing this like 50 days across the United. He's hitting in 50 states in 50 days. But he talks on camera in crowds like no problem. Like he was on this corner of New York City. Like I don't know how he sets the camera. He must have a clamp that like clamps, or he's doing as a tripod. He's on the corner being like, "What's up, guys? Hey, I'm doing this," you know, and like people are walking by, and I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, well, New York City is the best place to do it because no one gives a shit. But
I don't know. I couldn't do that with any people around.
Yeah, you know what, Alex? Like we get together. We're doing it. You and I are going to be both so awkward, and Ryan's going to film it. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel.
I mean, he's doing reviews and updates. It's just like he's really great. I love, like, he's doing a series. It's a new video every day for 50 days, and they're raising money for St. Jude's. And like, I look forward to it, and every day it's so fun. It's like they're little 20-minute things, and it's just wholesome stuff. But
it's good stuff. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. No, I think it's been an interesting. Alec and I were talking about like, what industry are we in? Like, are we in the whiskey industry? Are we in the film industry? Like, what the, you know? And I was saying how like I felt for all these. I mean, I've been making films for 20 years or so, and like, and I'm like, but I never had like a sense of. Well, I had some sense of community, but I haven't had like a sense of like, there's no industry infrastructure. You know, there's no like sort of backbone. It's been my own kind of weird lane. And then in this, like now, there's no like industry. Once again, I'm like, I mean, we are working within some industry, but like also still outside of it, our own kind of weird lane.
But that's what's so cool about your stuff is like, it's its own thing, right? Like no one else is doing what you guys are doing, and like how you guys are pulling in the people. That's what I fell in love with, like the people and the experiences, and like that's always been something I was big on. Like that is, that's what I love, and I just love how authentic. I think that's one thing I think today that we miss a lot of is authenticity, you know, and just that. And that's what I see with you guys, and your guys' stuff is just, it just makes you feel like you're there with you, you know, so relatable, so real. That's why I love it. You know, I'm sure.
That's really, really nice, man. I really appreciate that. I think it's like, that feels like, that makes it worth it. Honestly, it's like but it is like, I think about like walking around Barrel King in particular is like the unique, because there's so much going on. It's like kind of like this like Missouri Willy Wonka factory thing, and like it's really fun sometimes to like have the camera rolling and just like drift. They're like, oh, what are you guys doing over here? You know, and everybody kind of just they like took to us right away. And it's like that's what creates that authenticity too, because everybody like it's an agreement that everybody has to make, kind of, you know, be like we're just gonna be ourselves.
Yeah, we're just gonna be here. We have cameras and stuff. We're just don't be anything you're not. Just be you.
We don't need a show. We're not like the minute we can feel it. I'll just move the camera away.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I was editing earlier today. I was just thinking about it was funny. Like Ryan has I filmed Ryan because I was doing some stuff just in case we ever did like behind the scenes clips or anything.
Sure.
And so I'd film a few things. And there's a shot of Ryan filming, and then he's got like a glass of whiskey on top of the camera, and he's like,
I love that.
and it's like we're trying to partake in the experience at the same time. Like,
yeah,
I think that's what people like. A lot of us relate to if you've ever gotten into it, and then you found yourself at a tour, and then you went on a tour with someone who was like, all right, come over here and taste this, you know, went above and beyond for you, or you went into a really small distillery where they can do that without having to like, they're not, you know, charge you extra, or they're just giving you this, you get extra time somewhere in some way. Yeah. And like that moment, that experience is like what we've felt, and it felt good. And other people relate to that and have done that too. And so like to at least chase trying to capture that and like show that feeling has been, I think, is what the purposes of the show might be. Like relaying that, but what do I know?
Are you drinking?
I'm not.
Not at all. I just wondered.
No, I haven't.
I'm drinking the math pocket, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. What's the scoop? Do you like it?
Have you seen all the ads for it? Have you been like seeing
a little bit? Yeah.
So this is the 9-year. I do have the buff turkey. The buff turkey is the 15-year. That one's incredible. I bought this one because I was like, we'll give this a shot. But this is 9-year source turkey. This is good.
But are they all in the little bottles like that?
Yeah, it's just in these little 200 milliliters.
It's a genius idea.
Yeah. This is good, but it's not as good as this turkey.
Hell yeah.
Which one is that? Oh, yeah.
Dude, that one's
Choose your own adventure.
Insane.
This one, I was just sitting there. I'm like, there's similarities, but the Barrel King's definitely a little more full bodied. This one's just not as, this is like 90 something proof. Just not as viscous. It's just light, you know? It's kind of fade.
Yeah, I think viscosity is a big thing at Barrel King, which I've learned to love. How have you talked to Gene at Cat's Eye? Have you talked to him? I can't read. But you guys found out right now that I couldn't read.
I'd be impressed. Hey.
Yeah. Well, who was the question? Pop that back up.
It was Gene at Cat's Eye Distillery.
Oh.
He has a pretty fun story.
I don't know Cat's Eye.
That's the
Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
103, Chase. Batch 103.
Oh yeah.
Get after it.
BK, baby. Yeah, 26% 8-year-old wild turkey. 62% 7-year wild turkey. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Oh, I have a bottle of the Cat's Eye.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, Baxis gave us that one bottle. That's where they made that hazmat.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
6-year-old Canadian whiskey.
Right. Gotcha.
Lawyer by day, whiskey guru by night. Okay, that's cool.
Ooh, that's fun.
Gene, huh?
Also terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, thank you. I don't talk to lawyers anymore.
Keep them out. So I got this the other day. I'm gonna do a blind to truly see. I got a bottle of Blanton's. Okay.
What?
Now it's not just any bottle of Blanton's. Okay. This is
how dare you?
A bottle of Blanton's from Rick 82.
Interesting. Yeah.
Technically, I think their 8th floor. I guess it'd be at their 8th floor, 7th or 8th floor. So usually a lot of them are like you get like the 2s all the way up to like the 50s. Like 5th floor, I have a bunch that are in that range. But it was so funny because we're at that whiskey wheel, and I felt like I just spoke it out into the universe. It happened, and like they let you go through the whiskey wheel as many times as you want. So we go through, keep going through, and then at the end they had just put stuff out, and then there was like 4 bottles of Blanton's up there. I was messing with my buddies. I'm like, I'm gonna go up there. If they have a Rick 82 Blanton's, I'm buying it. I go through the first 3 is nothing. I flip this one over, Rick 82, and I'm all.
What?
I gotta buy it.
Asking thou shall receive.
But I want to see because they say the higher the Rick, supposedly the better the Blantons. That's what like people on Reddit and all these people are like. Well, the higher it is, so
that's actually good to know.
Yeah.
So, what? Well, how much did you pay for that? Just
it was $83.
Okay, so like that's what I used to pay. But now I see it very regularly. Like I can see Blanton's all the time, but it's like 110, and I just refuse to sort of pay that much for it. Yeah,
it's gone up. I think it did go up in price. But yeah, don't pay more than 100. There's no way.
I at this point I just wait till someone gives me like my dad for Christmas or something. If they find one that's fun. But I love it. I mean, I think it's great. There's a reason why it got so hyped.
I know.
Period.
I mean, some are really good. Like some bottles are really tasty, but should I crack it? Should I crack? I'm gonna blind it. Should I just crack it right now?
You gotta
do it.
All right. Let's see. Rick 82. Let's see if I notice any differences.
What letter did you get?
This is letter L.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh. Does it look clear on your guys' end? Is it coming through?
Yeah,
okay?
nice.
Crystal clear.
Okay. All right, good.
That's the Mark or the 5 Mark IV that's doing autofocus?
No, this is my DJI.
Oh, cool.
My $400 or $500 DJI Osmo.
Yeah.
Like shoots in 4K. So I set it up to shoot in whatever the highest, but you can hook it up as a webcam.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I gotta do that because I'm just on my.
It's got a built-in gimbal, so like you can do like a cool shot. Like I just love how and you can have it track your face, and it's cool.
Yeah.
Damn.
Chase said that's a rare. Chase called me a tater. Then he said that's a rare letter. Is it really? Is L a rare? I don't collect them, but
yeah, I kind of feel.
Who's the tater now?
Who's the tater? I'm keeping the fishnet on it. It's got a nice look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of kinky, sexy.
Yeah, you got to keep that on.
Oh yeah, 105, Sam.
Oh, it's over.
How many minutes are left,
Chase.
Sam?
Oh, come on.
Why do you look so worried? They're so high.
Yeah, it's over. Don't be worried.
Oh yeah, there's no coming back from that.
I've never seen her talk about anything. I swear to God.
Didn't know she was a basketball fan.
I didn't either.
Learn something new. Completely did. I got you, Chase.
She's like not focusing.
They ended on a 3-pointer. Oh yeah, let's see.
It smells like the whipped marshmallow out of the jar with like cherry cordial,
like a fluffer nutter.
Yeah, not as much with like the. I like how aggressive you said that.
Yeah, I was like, that's a sandwich, right? Because the way he's saying it,
like a fucking fluffer nutter.
Like that sounds like something you receive.
He got really serious for a second. He's like, "Yeah, it smells like."
Is that what it is? Tell me, Joe.
There's no nuttiness on it.
Okay,
it's like a very. You know what it kind of reminds? The nose kind of reminds me of Pappy 23. That sounds crazy.
No,
but like it has almost like an amaretto and like cherry marshmallow note. It smells really good.
Dude, I fucking love a marshmallow note on whiskey.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's usually a good sign. You give me sugar cookie or marshmallow, usually going to be a good whiskey.
Hell yeah.
And this smells really good. All right, let's see. Here we go.
You give me marshmallow and dark chocolate? Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy.
Dude, the rumors might be true.
Wowzers.
That's the best bottle of Blanton's I've had in the last 5 years. Hands down.
Damn.
I'm picking up a bottle.
There's no like astringent, acidic note. It's very airy up front, but the finish is just it's actually kind of like I don't know if you guys have had straight from the barrel Blanton's, It reminds me of a
Maybe a
baby
style.
version of that. Like
Wow.
it has that big finish, like a straight from the barrel. That's crazy good. Okay, Rick 82.
Rick 82. I'm
If
looking.
you see that, buy it.
That seems like a
Yeah.
guy you'd fight in a pool hall.
Rick 82. That's his
Yo,
username.
that's Rick. That's Rick 82.
He's like, yo, you
He's
don't want to mess
wild.
with Rick 82.
Dude, his AOL, his AIM account is Rick 82.
His son tried to kill him.
Huh?
Rick 82.
Okay, yeah. I'm
Oh, yeah, that's
bogarting all the AC.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Well-
what do you mean? Your body's in front of it, or Marissa's trying to come
I
in?
was shutting the door.
Oh. She's
Oh.
watching her programs.
Yeah. Actually, I gotta wake up early tomorrow. It's
I know it's 11 your guys' time.
yeah.
You guys got the 2 hour mark.
You're living in the past, man.
You going somewhere tomorrow, Al?
I've been waking up and running.
What?
Oh, hell yeah, man.
What the hell's wrong with you?
You have to go early because it's
The
gotten
heat.
so hot.
The heat will get
You're waking up and running?
Yeah, it's okay. You'll be okay.
No. I thought I knew you. You gonna do that while we're on our Whiskeyland adventure next week?
Yeah, probably. Not every day, but as much as I can.
Are you guys filming more next week?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Can't confirm or deny.
No, we're doing. It's actually really exciting. There's a company called Three Rivers, and they do. It's really dorky. Not what they're doing, but what the episode in a way. They do these like these really large projects, machine based, like farm based projects for dealing with waste for whiskey companies, and so they've got these big contracts with some of the big players to do they're doing stuff like converting the waste into like electricity to like light up the towns where the booze is made. I mean, like stuff like that is the thing they're trying.
That's cool.
And then
Yeah.
they're working with farmers as well with some of this stuff. And so, yeah, we're doing a road trip with them.
Yeah.
Starting. Well, we're flying to Nashville on Sunday. And then we're at one night in Nashville, and then going to some smaller farm area, rural area in Tennessee, and then we're gonna be in Bardstown for 2 nights, and then
Oh man.
Michigan for 2 nights.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
yeah.
Well,
So-
I can't wait. The content's gonna keep rolling out. Then we got months worth of content.
Dude,
coming.
we got another 5-6 weeks of stuff of these episodes. Then we'll have
Yeah.
that episode, and then we got some other special treats coming. We're just gonna
Hell yeah.
we gotta just keep rolling it out because it's fun and it's
Yeah.
we got some
I love
crazy. We've got some more Barrel King stuff we're talking about that I'm really really excited about.
Yeah, there
I'm
could
not
be,
gonna wait.
could be anything.
Yeah. There's some like really big ideas,
Yeah.
and then some like, well, they're all kind of big, but they're different variations. But
Yeah.
just keep doing
I
the
love it.
thing. Yeah, man.
All right, that's good stuff. Well, I appreciate you guys having me on tonight.
Dude.
Thank you.
This is
Yeah,
great.
man, thank you for jumping in. I
You
love
made
I
it
was
so
sitting
much
there-
better.
Yeah, I was like, I think I was like, I'm probably gonna. I thought about I was gonna go live last night, and I was just like, hey, not feeling it. And then tonight, I was like, yeah, I think I might go live. And then I saw you guys pop on. I'm like, what if I text Alec if he'll let me in?
I was like, yeah. I was gonna say stay less, but I had
Yeah.
already said the other thing. And I was
Well,
like,
Dude, we've been saying for weeks, we're like, all right, we got it. Let's do lives like with the episodes. We should get
Yes.
Joe on to do like, just whatever. It'd be fun. And so it worked out exactly how it was
Worked out,
supposed
yeah.
to do.
Well, what's crazy is before I even saw you guys went live, I put this shirt on because I was gonna go live and wear this shirt. Straight, I
oh,
was
that's
like,
awesome.
I just threw it on, so I was like, it was meant to be. It was meant to
Dude,
be.
yes. I love
Chase asked you guys one question though.
it. Yes.
Yeah,
Oops.
he said, yeah, right there.
Has there been a favorite video to film? Well, I'm loving the Barrel King stuff, to be honest. We had a really fun time at Hard Truth. The Mammoth stuff, those guys are like, I really love them. Chad at Mammoth is like we've spent, I don't know, approximately 3 or 4 days together of our lives, and I would consider that guy like family, kind of.
Yeah, I feel changed. He's very full of wisdom.
Yeah, like sitting in his kitchen was like I'm in the arms of family. So Yeah. I don't know. The next one. That's what I'll say. I always feel like
Yeah,
it's
that's
that
the
next
Tom
one.
Brady answer.
Yeah.
The neck.
I feel like we did. I don't know if it's the best. I think it's a good episode. But the Heaven Hill one was like kind of really fun to film because we were just
That was a
on their
good one.
PR trip. So they were just like taking us places. Like go have
Yeah.
a cocktail here, get on this bus, then go eat dinner here, get on this bus, and then go do this.
That's
see
true.
This cool thing. Like I don't know if that translates to viewers of it being interesting, but as far as like the person experiencing it, I think that was pretty easy day to go hang out and try food and drink and
Yeah.
taste some stuff out of the barrel with everyone at Heaven Hill. So.
And we came home to the hotel that they had booked, for everybody, and like there was a bottle of Angel's Envy waiting for us that they had sent over. Like it just was it felt like, whoa, we're like in town. Like this feels like something. Yeah. That was
Feels
cool.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
This is what Chase is talking about. This brand right here. He sent me this bottle. Chase hooked me up.
I think did I have that bottle ever? That looks very familiar to me. But it's out of Alabama.
I would love to
yeah.
do an Alabama episode.
Yo, man.
So this thing, Chase, he knows I love this bottle. This thing is like coffee. It is so like the Alabama heat, what it does, it is absolutely crazy. So this was a pick that Spillway Wine and Spirits down there had done. It's a big liquor store down in Alabama. Or no, Mississippi, I think. Yeah. So, but yeah, good stuff. He's if you go look up, it's like so craft, like to the core. It's cool. It's really cool.
Love that. Yeah. We got a lot of work. We got a lot of work to do, guys.
Oh, isn't he doing something with Bruzel or something soon?
He has, yeah.
He's on some panel or something, I thought I saw.
I think so. Yeah. It's good stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So
all right, guys. Cheers. Hey, the drink is to live.
Cheers. Thanks for hanging out, man.
The
This
drink
is
is to
great.
live, baby.
Yeah.
Live.
Hell yeah. Holler at you guys.